And before I get into this, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, I really want you to hit the subscribe button. That gives me more subscribers. You get notified when I make a new video. I try to make YouTube videos and as well as my spaces that I like to host with Wayne Vaughn and Ben Sigmund and others, as well as our Bitcoin First events. We've done one. We're preparing another one. But this, if you're on YouTube and watching this, hit the subscribe button, and that'll get me more great guests. And we've had some really excellent ones so far. Caitlin Long was amazing. We've had great topics, great guests. We got some amazing guests planned. So hit subscribe. And with that in mind, I'm going to knock off my top 5 predictions for the upcoming cycle to my Twitter. And this is the 4-year average of the log price. Okay. So what did I do to get this? I took the Bitcoin price. I converted it into a log price, and then I averaged that log over the last 4 years. And you can see, and so this is the log of time here. And this is the log of Bitcoin price. Now, if you go to 5, that's $100,000 a Bitcoin, 10 to the power 5. 6 is a million. And, we have seen that this smoothed out average log BTC price is a straight line. And, the next 4 years, it's going to depend. The first part's going to depend on, these prices here, because you're going to be averaging some of the second. The second thing I will say is that MSTR is going to stop. They're really going to tap out in the next 4 years at about 500,000 Bitcoin. They're not going to get to 1 million Bitcoin. And I think this is important. I think, MSTR has talked about deploying 42 billion. They're going to deploy that 42 billion over 2025. And they're going to continue. But let's just say they deploy 100 billion. They're not going to be able to buy 300,000 Bitcoin with that 100 billion, right? They just won't be able to do that. Unfortunately, the math does not look really great for MSTR. They already have a valuation that is in excess of the current market valuation of the. So that's my prediction for MSTR. The third prediction is I think there's going to be a bear market of something like 50% sometime in the next 3 years. Now, for those of us who've been around and who've been through some of these cycles, 50% is nothing, right? We've seen 75, 80% bear markets. I think this one will be less. I think it'll be probably something more like 50%. But I do think we're going to drop 50% from whatever high we make in the next 3 years. I also don't think this is going to happen in 2026. I think it could happen in 2027, 2028. I sort of believe that there's going to be some multiple. And just one example of that, look at Bitwise, BITW. I own that fund. I bought it at about a negative 25% discount. Now it's at a 15% discount. And that fund owns 75% of that fund is in Bitcoin, 10% or 15% is in Ethereum, and then they have a little bit of Solana and a few other coins. But, it nevertheless remains at a discount. And, you can say they don't have an operating company, but I would argue that neither does MSTR. So I think MSTR is overvalued. I mentioned that my mother has a managed account at Morgan Stanley, for example. And, a lot of this managed money, almost none of it has really hit the market yet. And the third part is institutional, pension funds, retirement accounts and stuff. So, I just don't think we've seen anything in terms of real institutional money coming into this asset class at this point. And I think that's really the place you're going to see most of the funds come in over the next 3 years. And I do expect we're going to see literally hundreds of billions, if not trillions of dollars coming in over the next 5 years. or the next three, and they would like to tap some of those gains without selling their Bitcoin, without selling their ETFs. And I think that is coming. I think it's coming in a lot of different forms. I think it's coming in terms of ETFs being able to, offer really good margin to lend people. We're seeing this product sort of evolve in many different ways, both in the KYC institutional, ETF version of this, and as well as we'll see it in sort of more decentralized, non-KYC, Aave type products. But I definitely think it's coming. Four is that the real growth engines of this market are going to be IBIT and FBTC, with managed accounts being the main growth area. And number five, I think lending is going to become a serious business. Thank you very much. Again, if you haven't subscribed to me, hit subscribe, and please check out our Bitcoin Spaces every day at 8 a.m.